I feel like this is one of the most important videos that I will do. And I am so happy to have paired with Cami from Someday I'll Sleep to do this video.
The world seems small. We can sit together, you and me. We're meant to be forever free.
Hi guys, I am here to do a video that I think is I feel like this is one of the most important videos that I will do in my entire time as a YouTuber. This video is meant to show the positive side of autism, to show that there is a positive side to autism. If I can help one family who thinks their child may have autism, or maybe was just surprised by a doctor or even a family member or a friend who said, do they have autism? Have you considered they may have autism? And suddenly you are thrown into this world where I knew nothing. I was so ignorant about what autism even was. And the thing about ignorance is that at least it can be fixed. It can be changed by knowledge. And I hope that this video can help a family who is at the beginning of the process, or is just finding out that their child has autism, or is maybe even just beginning to suspect that they might have autism. I have taken some notes, and I hope that it helps me to stay on topic and get in all of the important things that I want to make sure I share with you guys in this video. When you hear the word autism referenced in relation to your child, it can feel like the end of the world. Your stomach drops, your heart races, you get sweaty. For many people, it feels like your world is crashing in on you. You worry what the future holds, if your child even has a future. And you think, how did I miss the signs? I know I thought that. Once I figured out that autism was so much more than I had thought it was, I thought, how did I miss these signs for so long?
Jesus?
My son was 4.5 before he was diagnosed. He was 4 before we even started worrying that he may have autism. And I do wonder if we had known sooner, if things would have been easier for him, especially in school this year. It's been rough. That said, I know that we are blessed that our son is considered high functioning or mild autism. I also feel that gives us a special ability and a duty to share our story with others, that there are blessings to autism, to spread awareness and promote acceptance for all people, neurodiverse or neurotypical, high functioning or low functioning, verbal or nonverbal. I also know that we haven't lived the life of an autism family with a low functioning or nonverbal child. And I am so happy to have paired with Cami from Someday I'll Sleep to do this video. So after you're done watching this video, be sure to head over to Someday I'll Sleep and check out Cami's video and her amazing family. She has 5 beautiful kids, 2 of whom are on the spectrum. She has 3 girls, Sadie, Maggie, and Tessie, and 2 boys, Patrick, but they call him Patch, and James, or Jamesy. And Maggie and Tessie are on the spectrum. I believe they are low functioning, and Maggie does talk, but I think it's considered nonverbal because of the way she talks. I would say the way Maggie talks is amazing, and it is totally a blessing of her autism, listening to her and her mom talk together. I love that. I love that in her videos, listening to Cami and Maggie talk or script or whatever the correct word for it is. Cami, you can fill that part in, but um, my part is just to say, hey, autism isn't the end of the world. There are so many wonderful parts to your child that wouldn't be there without the autism. Autism does not define who our children are, but autism is a part of who they are. And if you took the autism away, you would not have the same child that you have now. I wouldn't. Cami wouldn't. Millions of families out there have come to that realization. Our child isn't perfect. Our child has autism, and that causes a lot of trouble and issues that maybe our child wouldn't have to go through if they didn't have autism. But those are also the things that make our child who they are. And there are so many blessings and quirks and things that we wouldn't see in our kids if they were not autistic. So if you've just heard for the first time that your child is autistic, if you've just heard that your child may be on the spectrum, or if you've just realized, hey, something is up with my kid and I don't know what it is. If it's autism, whatever it is, it isn't the end of the world, and it doesn't change who your child is. My son was born with autism. He didn't get it by any outside source. It wasn't even triggered by any environmental factors. He was born with autism, and he is an amazing person. He is smart and he is funny, and I have learned so much. The world has been open to me because he has autism. He has taught me so much, both academically. I learn every day something new. I can tell you almost every country in Africa and where it's located. I can tell you the capitals of every state of the United States and sing them to you in alphabetical order. I won't do that. I will link a video where my son does that because that's way cuter. But I wouldn't be learning those things right now with a neurotypical 4-year-old. And by the time they were old enough to learn those things, they wouldn't need me to teach them. They would be learning them at school. But when he comes to me and he wants to know what the capital of this is, or he wants me to do a puzzle map of Africa with him on his tablet, I do it. And honestly, I enjoy it. I enjoy learning those things with him. I love it. I love how much he is showing me about the world. He is also showing me more and more about the world outside my doors. The things that he notices that I don't notice, and the things that I show him that he doesn't notice are just, they're made even more special because of the struggle. The same with milestones. Our kids are going to hit milestones. It might be later than other kids, but eventually most kids will hit their milestones. And that's an amazing feeling. I remember the first time my son clapped. He had to be 2, pretty close to 2. I cried. He was singing the high chair and he clapped. And I did. I cried because we had tried for so long to get him to clap. And why didn't anyone say to us, hey, this could be autism? He was even seeing an OT at the time, but no one suggested it to us. And it never occurred to me because I thought that if you have eye contact, you don't have autism. And that is not true. There may be some people who, if you don't have eye contact, you don't have, or if you have eye contact, you don't have autism. And there may be some people who have autism who don't make eye contact. But my son does make eye contact, and my son does have autism. And that one little thing kept me from believing that he did for the longest time. I am approaching 10 minutes already, and I feel like I haven't even brushed the surface of the amazingness that autism can bring to your family. I will try to keep this short and just add a couple more things. He is way less messy and easier to entertain than my neurotypical son is. As long as you give him something that has to do with his preferred subject. And in his case lately, that is the world. So you give him a map and some flags, and he is happy and content for hours. He loves to quiz you on those things. But if you need to get things done, he will happily play with those things for a long time. And he has always been that way. If you gave him his preferred interest, ceiling fans, things that spun, cars, trucks, numbers, space, and now the world, then he was a very easy child. And I know that that's not always the case.
Okay, so and today we're going to make a video of the lights 8 song.
Is that what it is?
6.5 days.
Okay.
That's my stick.
And how long does it take? I know it takes a really long time to orbit the sun.
240 years.
Whoa, that's conversations with Drayden are more sophisticated than most 5-year-olds. For instance, poop, farts, and puke are seldom mentioned. And if they are mentioned, laughing is not involved. Not at all. He also, in going to his therapies and in learning about autism, it's encouraged me and given me the courage to talk to other parents. And I've met some wonderful people whose kids are also on the spectrum and some whose kids have other disabilities. And I have the courage to talk to them and to sit down and talk to their kids and just be present in the moment. And I love it. I love all the wonderful families I have met, both on and offline. And there are so many moms out there who I've never met that have supported me and helped me through this journey. And I hope that this video can help someone out there who is scared because their kid has autism or their kid might have autism, and they feel like that's the end. They feel like there is no more, like life is not going to go on, but it will. It will go on. Your child is the same wonderful child that they have always been. Just enjoy them. Enjoy them. Enjoy the hard times and enjoy the easy times, because there are going to be a lot more. There are probably going to be a lot more hard times than easy times. But when a family focuses on ability instead of disability, all things are possible. Love and acceptance is key. We need to interact with those with autism by taking an interest in their interests. I didn't say that. I mean, I did just say it, but Amanda Ray Ross said it first, and I don't think she could have said it any better. If you have met one person with autism, you have met one person with autism. But no matter who you have met or meet with autism, focus on their abilities instead of their disabilities. And anything is possible because they have so many abilities. And sometimes it is just hard to see those abilities through the disabilities. We need to try. What are you drawing?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
It's Oklahoma.
How do you spell Oklahoma?
I'll write it.
Okay. We need to accept them for who they are, and we need to interact with those with autism by taking an interest in their interests. Focus on ability. As soon as a child is capable of understanding, they will know they are different. Just as a diabetic needs insulin, an autistic child needs accommodations. The label gave me knowledge and self-awareness. Steve Andrews, Platinum Bay Technologies. Thank you again to Cami from Someday I'll Sleep for doing this collaborative video with me. I really appreciate her and her family. I love watching her videos. I look forward to her videos all the time, especially when it's her and Maggie talking. And if you're new here from Someday I'll Sleep, thank you for coming over. Please like and subscribe. Hit that like button. And please subscribe. We could really use the subscribers. I'm really trying to share a positive message about autism. I am trying to share our journey through autism, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can about all kinds of autism. So comment, tell me your stories. Tell me your stories. And if you're just going down this process, going down this road, looking for that diagnosis, or you've just gotten that diagnosis, know that you are not alone. There are millions of us out here. Millions of us parents out here, and millions of adults with autism who can help you through this and can help you to see that it is not the end of the world. It is an amazing journey. It's a hard journey, but it's an amazing journey. And I will leave you with this sentiment. Do any two trees grow the same? Any two flowers smell the same? Why should we all have to conform to what is right and what is expected of us? Try to enjoy life for what it is now, not what it may be tomorrow, and expect that it will be hard. But most importantly, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.